Question number 7. Which graphs represent an object moving in negative direction? So the graph here given is velocity with respect to time. So an object moving in negative direction. Okay. So for an object moving in negative direction, we should be having the velocity in negative direction. And if the velocity is in negative direction, then the slope of this curve should be in negative direction. No, there should be values where my velocity is in negative, or for example, let's just start with first graph. So question number 7, velocity in negative direction. And then now I'll start with the first graph. Just make few curves, axis system. Third one and fourth one. Values here is for the first, this is graph number 1, this one is 2, this one is 3, and this one is 4, and my velocity is going from 0 to 1, 0, 5, 1. Time will always be positive, so let's say 1, 2, and till up to 10. This one is negative 1, negative 0.5, negative 0.5, and this is 0. And the third one we have 1.5, 0, and again here we have negative 1, negative 0.5, 0. This will be 1, continue, this will be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. This is time, velocity, time, velocity, time, velocity, and time. Now my first graph is going something like this. My second graph is going something like this. Third one is having a negative slope, and fourth one is also having a negative slope. So as I told you earlier that for the direction to be in negative, or for the object to represent negative direction, we need to have a velocity which has a negative magnitude, or the magnitude will always be a number, but it has a negative sign, with or if we should be having a velocity with a negative sign. So for in this case, in the first graph, we can see here velocity is ranging from 0 to 1. So here we do. So for the first case, we can see that the object is moving, and let's say this is x direction, so this will be positive x direction. So first is not going to be our answer, so cross. Now for second, we can see that the velocity is increasing, but we have negative values here. So if I just draw this vector, then because of this negative, I need to make this arrow sign pointing in negative x direction. So this is negative x direction, and we can see that the object is moving in negative direction in this case, because we have negative sign, or the vector is pointing in negative x direction. So for the second graph, I can say that my velocity or the object is moving in negative direction. Then for third one, my magnitude is decreasing, but again I'm having here positive values. So if I draw the vector for this, and magnitude is decreasing, so it will decrease, but the vector is pointing in positive direction because the all the values here are positive. So therefore this is not going to be the solution. And for fourth, this is the vector, the velocity is decreasing with time, but we can see that the velocity, we have negative signs here. So that means that the velocity is in negative x direction, or the object is moving in negative x direction, and therefore we can say that this object, according to graph 4, is moving in negative x direction or negative direction. So here we can clearly see that the answer is 2 and 4. So it should be option B. If the velocity of an object is negative, then the object moves in the negative direction. We can see from the given graphs, velocity is positive in graph 1 and 3, but velocity is negative in graph 2 and 4. So the object moves in negative direction in graphs 2 and 4. Correct option is B. So again, correct solution. Great job. So our final answer is the B option, or second and fourth graphs.